Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for clicking on this one. Today we are going through it's like a must-have for the home studio. We got the 2 Notes Captor X. It is plugged in over here. There's gonna be a lot of pictures of it where I have it, the connections in just a little bit. We're gonna go through my top 6 patches, IRs that I made in here. You're free to download them. The links are down below. As usual, you'll be able to see my screen and I'm gonna kind of walk you through it. We'll go, a little bit through each one, not so much in depth per each IR. But of course, if you comment and let me know that that's what you want, then, we could do a video on that easily. So please like, subscribe, and we'll catch you right now. All right, guys, so before we start the video, I'm going to show you the connections here. We start on the guitar. We're going to use my gold top for this video, a Gibson gold top with P90s. It's going to run through. Oh, and that's Oliver, by the way, the studio cat. Oliver. He's too busy looking at my feet. Anyways, we're going to go over here into my Bogner Wessex version 1 pedal. This is one of my favorite studio pedals. I use different things live, but this one for right now is my studio pedal. There's a long cable that goes all the way over here to my Marshall, and I am on the JCM 800 setting with this guy. Through the back, if you can see right here, this is the speaker out. Notice that it's a blue tip cable. This is a speaker cable, and it's gonna go back here into this wiry mess and finally go in through the back of the 2 Notes Captor X. I don't really want to pull it out too much. Let me see how far I could pull it. But it connects through there, and this is it right here. Kind of have it hidden away. There's an output from here that leads into my API preamp 512V. From here, we go into the 3rd input in the back of my DAW, my interface, my antelope interface, and then into the DAW. I know that's a lot of connections, but this is serving as an IR because I don't have a mic on the amp that we're using. This is essentially the mic'd up everything. You know how it goes. So we're gonna go to the screen right now. All right, guys, here we are. And like I said earlier, I am using my Gibson Les Paul Gold Top with P90s in here. Sounds, it's a killer guitar, killer sound. So as we can see here on the screen, I have our 2 Note Captor X virtual cabinet. It looks like this right here. 2 Notes or Torpedo Remote version 5 right now. I think that's the most updated one as of today. So this is what we got here. This is my first preset. And what's nice about these presets is you could change either up here, me going right to left, or I can move it here on the unit. So as you can see, I'm moving between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And these are the only 6 that I use. And we'll go through each one at a time, what I'm doing here, and of course you can download and totally make it your own. Yeah, let's start with this. So here's the sound. Click that record button. I know we got a little bit of hum. I don't use a noise gate for recording. I just kind of take care of it in the mixing process. So here's what I call the /4x12 closed. If you click this I symbol right here, this information symbol, it says here, so it says basically this is a rare limited to thousands in 1996, and it's a Marshall /signature head. It's supposed to go with that. And so it has the same characteristics as a Marshall 1960 loaded with Celestion Vintage 30 speakers. So this is a closed back, and you'll notice sounds a little different than the open back, and we'll go through that. I'm using a Shure SM57 and a U87. These are my 2 favorite mics for miking up a guitar cabinet, just my preference. If you go over here, you're gonna see post effects, and I have an EQ turned on. Basically all it is is a high pass filter of 79 hertz. So I cut out all the lower frequencies, anything that's pretty much imperceivable, I don't know what the word is, unperceivable to the human ear. Everything else here is at 0. So there's no extra EQ, no enhancement, no reverb, keeping it really simple, really bare bones here. So this is what it sounds like. Here is the Slash 4x12 closed. It's a big sound. It's a little boomy. So like I said, I have 6 different presets, so I use them for different things. Here's like some lead stuff. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw on the reverb here. So I activated a spring reverb that is part of the 2 Notes Captor X, and it sounds really good. Here's what we got. Pretty big sounding. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off that reverb, and you'll notice that there's a little star right here next to the preset. That means something was changed. So all I do is I just like to click that save button, you know, if I have it exactly. I know I didn't really change anything. It just removes that star, and like I have like this OCD for it. Anywho, next preset, we got pretty much the same thing except an open cab, and maybe the access is a little different. So as you can see, I have a 10% here. And if you look at the mic, check it out, it moves. See that? So I was at 10%. I'm gonna leave it back there because I mean, I have this set for a reason. Oh, 10, good. My distance is right up against the cloth, I guess. For the U87, I like to pull it back a little bit because it's a condenser. And what we can do, you can also mute. So let's hear what both of them sound together. And I also have that EQ on, just that high pass. Okay, here's the open back now. I want to do a quick comparison. Here's the closed. Open back. So it's pretty much the exact same amp, just I might have moved the access a little bit different, but we're still using the same mics, just again, an open back there. So we're gonna go over, I don't need to save anything, we're gonna go over to preset 3 here, Marshall Greenback 4x12. You can look over here and that's exactly what it says, Celestian Greenbacks G12M. So what I use for this preset, I actually use my Marshall Origin, and these two go together like perfectly. Usually my JCM 800 setting, to me, doesn't work perfectly on here, but you know, this is for my Marshall Origin whenever I decide to plug it in. And I'm using a SM57 and a 421, I believe that's a Sennheiser. Because you'll notice that sometimes they don't have the U87. They'll have different, depending on the cab, they have different mics. But usually there's like always a 57, a Royer on there. There's not a Royer on this one. Interesting, unless it's the 92. I don't know exactly, man. So I use these, and so let's hear what it sounds like. And again, I have that EQ on, that high pass on at 74. Here we go. Here's what it sounds like. I'm gonna throw on some reverb. Whoa. Bring that down a little bit. Oh, move it to room. And you know, you could change the reverbs how you want. I usually don't use the reverbs on here. They're really good, but I like to have more control of the reverb on my DAW. So, you know, that's just me. So I'm going to turn that off, and let's try to do like a quick back and forth. So here's the Greenbacks. So those of you that have played on Greenbacks know that this is a really, I mean, if not perfect simulation of them. Like, wow. Okay, here we've got a Jubilee 2x12. So this is the Silver Jubilee cabinet. So it's a rare cabinet, and this one is loaded with Greenbacks. I think my next patch has the Jubilee 2x12 with V30s. So this here, what we're gonna do, we'll listen to the Greenbacks, and then we'll go over to the V30s, and they're both 2x12s. I like how big they sound for 2x12. I'm using 57 and a ribbon mic. I created these IRs a while ago, so I don't know exactly why I did each one, but they must have sounded good to me. So, you know, I'm kind of keeping them. I'm really happy with how they sound so far. So here's the 2x12 with Greenbacks. Switch it over to the V30. Nice. I mean, it sounds huge. It sounds huge on my end. Does it sound good for you guys? I mean, really, like, comment, let me know. I kind of messed around with the V30 with the Greenbacks. Let's hear these V30s now. I'm gonna throw on some reverb, spring. Okay, let me see how this sounds. Sounds pretty cool. Here's the V30, the Silver Jubilee with V30s. Let's add a little bit more. Man, you know, it feels real. I don't know if you guys can tell because of the YouTube sound and compression and whatnot, but here it feels real. Okay, and the final preset we've got, this one's actually my favorite. This is the one I use most of the time. I'd say maybe 70 to 80% of the time I use this one. The Warren Marshall 4x12. So this is cool because check this out. So it says Brit Straight is probably a Marshall 1960 cab in very bad condition due to an intense touring life. I mean, come on. Come on, you gotta love that. So it says that there are Greenbacks in there. And usually I'm more of a fan of V30s, but this one sounds cool. So let's check this out. I'm gonna get the reverb kind of ready. So this way I'm not dicking around. All right. And again, we've got the high pass filter, excuse me, dynamic 57, the SM57, and then the U87 working together. So let's hear this one. Here we go. Why am I playing in D minor all the time? Let's go to the reverb. That's pretty cool. I want to throw on the neck pickup. Let me hear it. So there you have it. I went through these 6 presets. Please feel free to download them if you have the 2 Notes Captor X. I mean, you know, you got these presets, these IRs now. If you don't have the Captor X, check it out down below. I'm not saying buy it. I'm saying check it out. It is a very useful tool in the studio. As you can kind of hear, it sounds great. It sounds like you're really miking up a guitar cabinet. I know I love the new X, and I love, you know, there's a array of digital products out there that model cabs and amps and all that. But in my personal opinion, you need a real amp. The tubes are burning hot. When I have the amp on, the room gets really hot. Okay, when I have it on for extended amounts of time. So the tubes are burning hot, and they're going through this IR loader, and it sounds like like I'm playing through a real amp. It feels like it. Check it out. Okay, it's a great product. I wouldn't tell you otherwise if it wasn't. So please like, subscribe. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.